What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the MaddenBallerz YouTube channel and our Detroit Lions sim franchise and Madden 16 on the PS4. And we are in episode 3 now. This will be weeks 5, 6, 7, and 8. And you can see through the first 4 weeks of the season, the Lions 2-2 on the season. One game behind the Packers in the NFC North. The Bears there 1-3, and the Vikings 0-4. So first up is week 5, and there is some changes to the roster. I have signed on defense because of the Haloti Ngata injury. I have signed McLean here, defensive tackle. I believe that is Terrell McLean that I've signed. So he is added into the starters at defensive tackle behind Tyron Walker or next to him. So coming up in the week 5 is a home game in Ford Field against the 0-4, surprisingly 0-4 Arizona Cardinals. So let's go ahead and advance the week and find out if Detroit can get a victory and improve to 3-2 on the season. Hopefully they can do so and close in on the Packers in the NFC North. We're about to find out if it's a victory, and it is. Arizona goes to 0-5. We are 3-2, and let's check the game here. And it was a 28-9 victory. Let's check the box score real quick here. Find out how this game went. Well, it was 21-9 at halftime, and it was all Detroit in the second half, 7-0 in the second half. 402 yards of offense, 122 yards rushing, so that is better. 280 yards passing, and we only gave up 186 yards of offense. Either our defense is really good in this game, or the Arizona Cardinals offense was really bad. Excuse me. Okay, let's take a look here. We turned the ball over, though, 3 times. I still cannot believe we won this game with 3 turnovers. What else here? Penalties, 30 yards, that's good. Time possession in our favor, pretty big there. Looking at the player stats here, we got Stafford, 270 yards. Somehow, Kellen Moore got in the game. Stafford, I don't know, might have gone down. Kellen Moore, though, got 10 yards. Stafford, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Continues his up and down play here. Lots of touchdowns, but lots of interceptions as well. He had 5 coming into this game. He was sacked 7 times, 20 for 28, 71% completion percentage. That is good. Let's take a look now at the running game here. Actually, let's go back to the passing game real quick. I want to see. Drew Stanton must be starting for the Cardinals. 113 yards passing and an interception. Okay, let's go to the rushing game, and we're only going to look at the Lions here. Joique Bell, 21 carries, 89 yards. Abdullah there, 4 for 20. We may have to insert him into the starting position here with those yards per carry. Looking at the receiving, Calvin Johnson, another huge day. 9 catches, 171. No touchdowns. Golden Tate, Corey Fuller reeled in 2 touchdowns. Abdullah reeled in 1 as well. Corey Fuller, he is doing awesome this season. Not a lot of yards this game, but a touchdown. And let's take a look at blocking and who gave up all these sacks. Reef is giving up tons of sacks in his 4th year here. I think he had given up 12 already. Let's look at the defense here. Steven Tulloch led the way. Any sacks here? We've got Tyron Walker. Got a sack and a half. A lot of sacks here. Wow. We got lots of sacks in this game. Okay, interceptions. Glover Quinn with an interception. So let's tackle for loss. Let's take a look at tackle for loss, and only 2, Tyron Walker and Jason Jones. So we get that done, and we move out here to the main menu, and we will probably here, let's take a look at the injury report really quick. And do we have any new injuries? We do. Jason Jones, ruptured disc, goes down, out for 3 weeks. Let's take a look at the depth chart here and see if we need to make any kind of roster moves here for Jason Jones. Well, we have Devin Taylor filling in, and we got Daryl Tapp, I believe this is, behind him. So let's hope this works out here. And we will go ahead, and we got some scouting points, so I will scout, cut the video, and come back to sim week 6. Okay, we are back, and week 6 about to get simmed here against the 2-3 Bears. Can the Lions get another victory here? We will sim and find out here. I want to leave your comments, hear your comments down below in the comments section. Who should we be scouting? What positions do we need to upgrade at? I want to hear your comments in the comments section. And we do, in fact, get another victory, a division victory. Before we actually take a look, let's take a quick look at the injury report here. Any new injuries? No new injuries, so that is good. Let's take a quick look at the NFC North here. And the Lions are still in second, looks like. Packers 4-1-1, Lions 4-2, so it's a half game lead? I don't even think that's a full game lead for the Packers. NFC standings here, Lion 1, 2, 3, 4, they're fourth, so they are right now in a wild card position, it looks like. Okay, let's take a look at the box score from the 38-8 victory over the Bears and see what we did good and what we didn't. So, 550 yards of offense, 174 on the ground, 376 through the air, and our defense only gave up 140 yards of total offense to the Bears, under 100 passing, 50 rushing. Wow, this defense really stepping up, and the offense killing it. 1 turnover, 1 takeaway, penalty yards 35, that's good, and time possession all in our favor. Wow, it was 24-0 at half. That pretty much wrapped it up. Let's take a look at the player stats here for the Lions. Stafford, 376 yards passing, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. Sacked only once, that is good. And 24 for 30, 80% completion percentage. That is really good. And we will take a look at the rushing here. Joik Bell, 13 for 56. Abdullah, 12 for 54. Riddick, 7 for 22. Stafford, 6 for 21. There's still got to be an issue. There's a big issue with super simming and quarterbacks rushing a lot, but I'm still getting it with Stafford rushing the ball 4 or more times each game here, which he should not be doing. Calvin Johnson, another big game, 8 catches, 166 yards, 1 touchdown. Golden Tate, 93 yards and a touchdown. Joik Bell, a touchdown. Eric Ebron, a 1-yard touchdown. What did Corey Fuller do? He put up 6 catches for 96, no touchdowns, but he tore it up again. Corey Fuller tears it up. I think I have him slotted number 3, and he deserves it. So, defense, Darius Slay. No, here. Josh Wilson leads the way. What else? Tackles for loss. No tackles for loss. Sacks. Devin Taylor, Ezekiel Lanza. Interceptions, we did get 1, and it was Slay with the interception. So another good victory for the Lions. Another blowout victory for the Lions. Second straight game holding their opponent under 10 points on the season. So let's go out and sim week 7. And first we will have scouting points to use, which I will scout, come back, and sim week 7. So before we sim week 7, we have a couple contract negotiations that want to go on. Right outside linebacker DeAndre Levy and defensive tackle Haloti Ngata. They want to negotiate their contracts. So let's go in here, enter negotiations with DeAndre Levy. 28 years old, 94 overall. We've got $67.83 million in cap room. And what do we want to do? Real life, he is injured and he hasn't played much, if at all, this season so far. He wants 5 years, $52.2 million. What do we want to offer him? We want to offer him, well, let's go ahead and offer, let's up this a bit. $4 million a year guaranteed. 5.5 a year. That's $9.5 million per year for 5 years. I think that's a pretty good offer. Let's go ahead and submit this, and hopefully he will take this, and his agent will get back to us. And he accepted the offer. We get DeAndre Levy back for 5 more years. Let's go take a look and see what Haloti Ngata wants. He's 31 years old, 89 overall. And let's go ahead and enter negotiations here. He wants he wants 2 years, $19.7 million. 89 overall. What does he got? Strength 96, acceleration not good, awareness pretty good, tackle is good, hit power decent. I really think we're not going to enter negotiations here. We are going to not take this any farther unless he wants $9.885 million per year. There's no way I'm giving him that much money for 2 years of service. I will give him $4.5 million for 1 year. Actually, you know what? We are not even going to entertain this. We are going to end negotiations, and we will do it right now. We will end negotiations with Haloti Ngata, and that one was accepted. We'll acknowledge this. And yes, we did this. Acknowledge that we completed our weekly goal. And let's go ahead and sim week 7. So we lose to the Minnesota Vikings. And let's see. Let's take a look at the injury report real quick. Any new injuries? No new injuries. That is good news. And let's take a look. It was a 24-13 loss. And let's take a look at the box score here. Only 269 yards of total offense. We gave up 456, so the defense gives it up a lot there. 190 rushing. Adrian Peterson must have gone off here. And we turned the ball over 1 time. We turn the ball over every game. Penalty yardage, not too bad. Time possession, though, not in our favor. And we look. Bridgewater, 266 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. Stafford, 134, no touchdowns, no interceptions. And as long as pass, 17 yards. 17 for 34. Actually, that was, 17 for 34, 50% completion percentage. Not good, Stafford. Rushing the ball, Peterson did go off, 23 for 121. Joique Bell, 18 for 72. Abdullah, 6 for 36 and a touchdown. Receiving, Mike Wallace went off. Calvin Johnson, no, that's Charles Johnson. Calvin Johnson held to 4 for 49. Corey Fuller and Golden Tate there with under 40 yards receiving. DeAndre Levy led the way with 10 tackles. Ezekiel Anza, 3.5 sacks in this game. Holy moly. Tearing it up. So, I think it's time we get a change at running back. And Abdullah gets the starting spot. He has shown he can do a lot more yards per carries wise. And we have some more scouting points, so I'll scout and come back. Okay, so I am back now, and we're about to sim week 8. Lions in London taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. 0-7 the Chiefs are, 4-3 for the Lions. What can the Lions do? So the Lions lose in London to the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs get their first victory, 31-21. 332 yards of offense, 281 passing. Lions giving up 164 on the ground, turning the ball over once, and penalties 47 yards. Time possession not in our favor. Player stats here for the Lions: 281 yards passing for Stafford, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, and sacked 3 times, and 65% completion percentage. The running game, what did Abdullah do in his first start? Well, 14 carries, 51 yards. Not much there. No one else got a carry. Just didn't have the ball enough. Receiving, Calvin, 8 catches, 104 yards and a touchdown. Corey Fuller, 7 for 75 and 2 touchdowns in the loss. And defense, Tulloch led the way, 12 tackles. Levy behind him was 7. And tackles for a loss, doesn't look like any. Sacks, Anza, McLean, and Devin Taylor with sacks. So, let's take a look at the NFC North standings here, heading into the bye week for the Lions. And they remain in second place in the NFC North. 4-4, the Packers 4-2-1. So Lions have some ground to make up on the Packers, though they still have 2 games against them. So, it's a bye week for the Lions. Let's check the injury report really quick here. Nothing new. Haloti Ngata back now for the Lions. And check this depth chart real quick here. He is back in there at defensive tackle. And we have a bye week in week 9. Coming up in the next episode, it will be weeks 10, 11, 12, and 13. We're already halfway through the season. The Lions are 4-4. They're a 500 team. Calvin Johnson's having a monster year. So is Matthew Stafford, though he needs to cut down those interceptions. I want to hear your comments down below on this franchise. So leave those comments in the comments section. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you want to see more Detroit Lions sim franchise and Madden 16. As always, you can follow me over on Twitter at MaddenBallerz, and we'll catch you guys in the next episode.